Hello everyone. All right, today's lesson is going to be adjusting for contrast in Photoshop. And what I'd like you to do is open up a black and white image on your screen, like this one here. If you have any questions for me, just write them down and I'll be happy to answer them back in class once you've had a chance to review. So what we need to do is I want you to go to your Layers tab, and at the bottom of your Layers tab is a little white circle with a line through it that says Create New Fill or Adjustment Layer. I want you to click that, and I want you to choose Levels, L-E-V-E-L-S. And we're going to use the Levels Adjustment tool to adjust our contrast. Now, what we're looking for is basically we want to see if we can get all 5 of these tonal values to appear in your photograph. Everything from 100% black to 100% white or something close, and definitely these mid-tone grays from 50 to 18 to 5% gray. We want to see all 5 of these values in the contrast scale. Now if we take a look at this now and look at our image, do we see 100% black here in the photograph somewhere? Maybe over here, maybe in this little window right here, but otherwise no. 100% white? Definitely not. You know, the white looks like a 5% gray. And we do have 18% gray and 50% gray in some of the darker gray tones in the shadows and the trees and things like that. Okay, so we want to take this image and adjust it so that way all 5 of these tonal values will appear in the photograph. So how we do that is you go to your background, excuse me just for a moment, and as I mentioned before, go down to the little circle and click Levels. And I like to start off adjusting for the whites first. So there's 3 sliders here below what's called a histogram. This is called a histogram. It shows the different intensity of tonal values in your photograph. I'm going to grab the white slider and start moving it towards the left. And you'll notice that the more I move it to the left, the more intense the whites become until I start to lose details. Well, that's obviously bad, so I'm going to pull this back a bit and try again. And I want to get to the place where they look nice and white to me, but I still have details. So I'm going to stop about here. Then I'm going to go to the left. I'm going to grab the black triangle on the left, and as I pull it to the right, the blacks are going to intensify. Okay. If I keep going, of course, you'll see I lose detail and the blacks get terribly black, and that's not good either. So I just want to move it to a place where the blacks, I think, get to about 100%, and then I'm going to stop. Next, I'm going to go to the mid-tone slider, which looks like a, like an 18% gray triangle here in the middle, and I'm going to slide that to the right. And as I slide it to the right, my darker grays are going to get darker, but still leave some of the lighter grays visible without adjusting them that much. All right, I'm going to stop with that there. So I believe, looking at this image, that I have all 5 of the tonal values present. So I'm going to go back to my Layers window, and I'm going to click the little contrast scale and then do a visual comparison. Do I see 100% black? Yeah, I'd say in the shadows here. The door, some of the clothing of the people, more shadows, a little window right there. Mid-tone grays, 50%, 18%, and 5%. I'd say yes. 50% for sure on some of the chimneys and parts of the wall and the grass. 18%, middle gray tones, some of the brickwork, and then 5% for sure in the pillars. And 100% white, no, but that's okay. I'm very, very close. I don't want to have whites where I blow out the details, as I explained earlier. I want to have white with some detail. So that might just end up being like a 1% gray or something like that. But anyway, I believe I have all the values that I need, and I'm pretty happy with them. So once I've done that, what I can do is I can either save this image as a PSD file in case I want to come back later and make changes, and that's another lesson I'm going to teach you later, or I can go ahead and flatten the image and then do File, Save As. And as you know, well, I'll go into that later. Anyway, I'm going to give it another name. I'm going to call it like Monticello because that's where I shot the picture, was at Monticello. I'm going to save it as a JPEG format. And quality 12 maximum. I'm going to hit OK. And there it is. Now, if we want to compare before and after, let's go to our History tab, and let's go to the first tab that says Open. So that's our original photograph. And then this is our final photograph. Before, after. Before, after. Now, it's true that we can see more detail here in the shadows, but that'll be another lesson that I'll teach you later on how to restore some of this detail after you've adjusted for contrast or in the process of doing so. Okay, I hope this worked for you. I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, please ask me, and I'll see you later in class. Okay, thank you.